You know what I think Ark failed at doing, and it's a rather a shame because I think it's really, well, I think it was really one of the cooler aspects of Ark. Is in Ark you're supposed to have not just basically it's supposed to be the entirety of the history of the Earth smashed down into one place, but well, I guess it depends on who you ask. I personally don't think they did it very well, or to different degrees. I think there could have been things, quite easy things, hell, some things that Ark devs seem to love doing that they just didn't do when you think it would be very easy to do to better get this across. One way I think they failed in doing this is farming and food. And you might be saying, well, what does that have to do with culture? But well, I mean, what you eat definitely, affects the way you live. Great example, and something that I think would be cool to add into Ark. Eskimo tribes, when they go collecting oysters, one of the ways that they really like to do it is basically when the tide goes out, you'll have these ice shelves, and below the ice shelves you'll have clusters of oysters, and they would when the Eskimos would go up in there and pick out the oysters. And I don't necessarily think that would be how I would implement oyster collection. Um, I would do it with the seagrass or maybe not seagrass, but if you ever played Ark, there's these how they look like you could harvest them. It's these things of kelp, not the super giant pieces, but the sort of little stocky pieces of kelp. They're on the island. I don't even know if a lot of people use them as mod maps, but basically have a bit of seafood. There's not much of any seafood at all. No oysters. There's the I guess they're oysters the silica pearls come from, but you don't get any kind of clam or oyster meat from them, which I guess that's one way you could do it. But I mean, hell, a lot of people. I gave the example of the Eskimos with the ice shelf, which I think having genuine clusters of oysters on the bottom of the seafloor that you could harvest, dive down and harvest would be interesting, along with harvesting, kelp and seagrass. Well, I guess I don't know if the people have eaten seagrass. I'm pretty sure you can, but kelp and I forget the other one, but yeah, people eat those, which is oddly absent from Ark, which you'd think would be in the game, but not there. Uh, no shrimp, um, nothing like that, which you'd think would be there. You'd think with the whole setting, with the everything from throughout history, shrimp aren't there, nor well, crabs are kind of there. Hell, I think it would be kind of funny that if you collect crabs through you know picking through seagrass and kelp, and then you got the Carcaranos or whatever it is, the giant four-armed crab would be the mutant version of that or something. Um, but it's just not there. And another thing that's not there is the various foods. Um, One thing I think that really handicaps that is the fact that there's only four crops in the game. Yeah, you ever notice that? You got the lemons slash oranges. You really don't know. They're orange in the overworld, yellow in your inventory. corn, carrots, and potatoes. That's it. No, no rice, no apples, no bananas, no coconuts, avocados, peppers. Christ, I mean, peppers are one of the earliest domesticated plants, and they're not there. I mean, come on, avocados, I mean, those literally are only around because of people anymore. You got all these plants, wheat, can't make bread. I guess you better like potato buns for those mammoth burgers, of which, you know, I mean, hell, do you think 3 years is it since Ark's been out? 2, 3 years? They would update the farming system, not even just in like some overhaul way, just add new crops. I mean, there are a lot of crops from around the world and the associated foods that you could add in, of which the foods would be simple, just customization options. You know, letting players make sushi and, soups. They never added soups to that option. Because they babbled on about food. Just add that stuff. And the various things. Another thing that that could easily be done to do that is skins. Now, if you know anything about skins, Arc devs seemingly love to make these things. I hope they have some way of allowing players to access holiday skins after they stop supporting holiday updates, but I guess that'll be something we gotta hope for. However, there's some other skins that are seemingly lacking. No main game boss skins, so no knights fighting samurai, of which, basically what I mean by that is, in Scorched Earth, I know has it. I think Extinction and Aberration have boss skins. And, if they do, they don't have full sets, I know that. But, one of the reasons I like those skins, the Manticore skin particularly, is because, and Scorched Earth, is because it adds more cultural stuff, stuff you can visibly see. You can't make different styled buildings, which is expressly talked about in the lore. I mean, why no Roman armor? Why no, Asian-style buildings of various types? Why no, why no lovely German towns? Little hamlets in the forest. Why no gun skins of the many guns there are? I mean, take your pick, really. AK-47s, the innumerable revolvers. I think they should have added the flintlock black powder guns from Primitive Plus into the base game. Maybe move the long neck rifle up and stuff a little bit. I think the fact black powder weapons aren't in the lineup of Ark's technologies, I mean, it just seems like a no-brainer. Which you get all kinds of skins for. No pirate hat for the Tissotoothus. Yeah. The English captain's hat, but no pirate hat. Ugh. But, I mean, hell, imagine if when you beat the bosses, you could get customizations for custom recipes, like You know, if you kill the dragon, you get like a jewel-encrusted goblet. Or if you kill, you know, the Megapithecus, you get like, you know, those little like, it's like a plate. I guess is the best way to describe it, that Japanese people drink green tea out of. Get one of those little things as a little icon for custom drink recipes. All kinds of stuff like that. You know, I mentioned the different types of buildings. You know how Conan Exiles does. Uh, Maybe not exactly like Conan Exiles does, but add in the ability to have different styled buildings. You know, it would be nice. Facial customization. Oh man, you know, new hairstyles. Just all kinds of things. I mean, hell, leave it in the comments of what you think they could add in to add in some cultural influences, not just from modern stuff, all of history. That's the thing. They could do anything, anything at all. You know, you could do fucking. Where's the saber-tooth skull helmet? Where's the bear skull helmet? You know, where's my caveman fur armor skin? You know, where's all that stuff? I mean, you know, I've seen people who don't even know that that's a thing that Ark is supposed to have people from throughout time and history. I mean, Christ sakes, Ark, you guys are making all these skins. Why didn't you make them, you know, to get in the base game? To get in the game at all, other than holiday events that may or may not be supported. You know, you like the little knitted cap. You better hope they don't stop doing the winter event, or else you're not getting them anymore. Unless they just dump the holiday stuff permanently in the thing. But you know, I mean, I guess leave your opinions on this if you want to. I guess if anybody watches this, but I think they dropped the ball on it. You know, I mean, hell, I guess leave your stuff about it. I've been rambling on.